Today we're going to look at Mer-Man from He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're looking at Mer-Man from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe cartoon collection. So this is the latest wave that I have, which was Teela, Trapjaw, Mer-Man, and Stratos. So this is the last one of that wave that I have to open, and I'm excited about it. He was one of my favorite characters in He-Man. Checking it out, the box, I love the box. They're staying true to it so far. They have not changed much. Now we do have the 80s up there, 80s adventures. We have Mer-Man, Ocean Warlord, it says right there. Ocean Warlord. And we have the cartoon collection down here. Good picture of Mer-Man there. On the back, you have awesome picture. And that says, as seen on City Beneath the Sea. That is an episode of the original He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. And it includes a comic book. It says so right there. And it says, modernizing and celebrating the original 80s Masters of the Universe animated series. And it includes the Pearl of Power. Twist into powerful battle positions. And like I said, there's our cross-sell there. Teela, Stratos, Mer-Man, and Trapjaw. So this is the final one that I needed for that. And I am going to get it out of the box, which I do cut it along this. I try to get half this bubble off the backing. Try not to cut the comic book. And that should get it right there. And it got it. And here is that package now with just the comic in it. And we can slide the comic out. And this is the same comic that came with Stratos. Same exact comic. Right there. And again, we have the same exact directions. Shows what is removable. Actually, they're not the same exact. That is Mer-Man. So all that is what's shaded in is removable. So that's nice. And our comic, like I said, Perilous Power, the same as Stratos' comic book. It's just a mini comic book, but it's really cool. I like how they give that to us. On the back, it's got the cross-sell again. And we'll set this stuff right here to the side, and we'll get in to Mer-Man. There he is in this little plastic piece they have. And we do get the Triton and we get the Pearl of Power, I believe it was called. So we are tied in at both the ankles and the wrists. Gotta get them cut off. And these are in there pretty good, but you know, if you're a minimum card guy, you really want to make sure if you was to drop your box or something, I think these ties would help figure from popping out. And then it's pretty much not going to be minimum card anymore because your figure's in there unstowed. But that'll keep that in there. But they are in there really good. Don't think there's a really good chance of them popping out on their own. But there's Mer-Man. We'll sit him to the side right now and talk about we got his trident. There it is. And we have the Pearl of Power. So I don't see a hole or anything. So hopefully he can hold on to that thing without it, you know, falling off your display case. But now we'll get into Mer-Man. And that's how he was in the packaging. That all familiar stance there. But now, one of my favorite parts, like I always mention, straightening these guys up. Look at that. Yes. And it makes it a whole different line from when we was kids. It is so cool. And man, the color is just busting off this guy. Talk about articulation, a lot of head movement, shoulders all the way around. Butterfly right here, butterfly shoulder, single butterfly. He's got single jointed elbows and they go all the way around. We got wrists that go back and forth, plus they go all the way around. We have a waist that goes all the way around. We got big splits, slight straddles, not the greatest, but slight. And we got single jointed knees, and they do rotate all the way around. And we got this upper boot cut, which also goes all the way around. And then we got good ankle articulation. Look at this. A lot of it. And then, can Mer-Man pirouette? Sure he can. Sure he can, even with those gnarly toes there. Those gnarly toenails. So that is Mer-Man. Checking him out, man. It looks just like the cartoon to me. Perfect colors. He's got the orange around the eyes. He's got the big fins on his ears, or gills, whatever you want to call them. This great yellow vest, the orange loincloth, and the yellow boots, yellow gloves. Man, he looks good. Really good. Kind of that deep teal sea color, just like you would imagine he would look like. Now, let's get the trident in his hand. I believe that's what did they call this the trident? I'm not sure. I think they did. There's the trident in his hand, and then we can hold that. There, the pearl of power. Now that is an action figure right there. I've mentioned it on all these He-Man cartoon collection figures. One of my favorite lines going. It is getting a little deep into the line now. I think you can still get all these figures on Big Bad Toy Store or your local Walmarts, but man, it is a very good nostalgic line. It's still fairly early, but we're still getting in. Our core characters are pretty much done. I think we've got them pretty much all done. Maybe the sorceress, we need her, and the king, but other than that, we're pretty much through all those. So, but I don't think it's too late to get into this yet. I think you can still get them. They're about $20 a figure. But man, they were $17.99 a figure, I believe. They're a little under 20 bucks. But well worth it, in my opinion. I totally recommend you getting into this line. If you're a He-Man fan, action figure fan at all, or a cartoon fan, or an 80s fan, man, it's really good. Look really good on your desk. So let's take a look at the rest of our wave. And we have Stratos right here. And we've got Trap Jaw, of course, Mer-Man's best buddy. Yep. Trap Jaw, Mer-Man, Stratos, and of course, Teela, who is one of my favorite figures out of this line, man. She just looks great. So yeah, this line is unbelievable. You need to get into it if you're a He-Man and Masters of the Universe fan, or like I said, just a 80s kid. Man, this is awesome. This is right my wheelhouse. Love this line. Highly recommend it. So for Mer-Man and the rest of the Masters of the Universe, until next time, oh yeah.